Welcome back to episode 6 of Doomworld. This episode, I think what our main plan is going to be is we are going to take Vincent and Flo and then we are going to send them across to another UAC base. So we got the Art Complex over here and we've also got another one over here. So what we should be able to do is once we get there, we might be able to get the Mech Resurrector Serum, which means we can bring Owen back to life. Owen was one of our starting colonists, died of a drug overdose, unfortunately. Those things happen when you have an incompetent overlord like me. But details, we can get on with that. We're also going to go and strip Sid down whilst we have the chance, because we do have a couple people that are unhappy about not having clothes, which will also give us another chance hopefully to pick up some cheap armour. And we're also going to be looking for weapons as well. What are you doing? Strip. There we go. With Sid now stripped, that is going to give us a bit more clothing. And then what we're going to do is we are going to pick up as many of the weapons as we can. Take the chem fuel. Take a bunch of the medicine because we have a whole bunch of it. And we're going to take the silver as well. And then we will then try and get some half a decent kit. Try being the key word there. They might not have anything. Sometimes stuff is on sale, which is useful. Sometimes it's not. What we'll do is we'll go across to this one first because that should be the shortest distance because it's on the main roads. So we're going to send Vincent and Squint across. Cool, yeah, that works. We'll take the Huskies and the Ground Runner just so we can sell them off. We'll take all of the Royal Insect Jelly. And why can't you guys carry anything? Okay, it's because they're hurt. Right, we're going to need to wait for them to heal off. That was a bit optimistic on my part. Shame that failed. But what we can do in the meantime is we go zone. We're going to go solar roof and turn all of that area there into a nice big solar collector. Because that gives you a not a crazy amount of power. That would be me being a bit too generous right there. But does give you a nice amount. We'll delete that and then we'll put the solar controller into the corner. If I can word properly, solar corner. There we go. Nice Conzi. There we go. And then we're going to get some batteries, put them in because we are going to be looking at expanding. And with that, we are going to need some more power going down. I think another 2 will do. We do have 31 components. We do want the Huskies getting sold off. Still unhappy about nudities. The Huskies joined at the end of last episode because we managed to hold that attack, didn't lose anyone. So what happens when you fight an Igor, he sends you like bonuses for winning, but if you lose then they take things away. So all in all, a nice mix. So the Ground Runner doesn't mess my stats too much. Huskies don't mess my stats. That Husky doesn't mess my stats too much. Cool. So we are going to go Royal Insect Jelly, that's going to sell for the most. We can get rid of a lot of cloth. Leather sells for an acceptable amount and isn't particularly heavy. Yayo, Ambrosia, Go Juice. The rest of that stuff we do need. Those will get broken down shortly. And if we can sell off any of these weapons that are going to be worth much. So the Crucible Carbine, I think we're going to be better off selling that. We'll keep the Plasma, we'll sell the Flamer. Yeah, let's just get rid of all of that stuff. And we need all of the silver. So we're going to need to drop something else off quick. Okay, so we dropped off a couple weapons and then we took all the silver. And now we send. Okay, send it will rot soon, but we're not too fussed about that. Go up to 4 times speed. We're not expecting an attack for a little while. We're going to be able to sell the dogs off. We're going to be able to sell the Ground Runner off as well, which means they're not going to be eating our crops. And we'll get some monies for them as well. Takeo's gone on an insulting spree, but details, that doesn't affect too much, thankfully. And as we do have the time, let's get some more steel chunks in. Those steel chunks we're just going to drop down into our processor room. Then they get turned into steel. They also got armor and stuff to break down as well. And then once we get some more components, some more steel, and the solar's up, what we'll do is we'll put in some more smelting areas. With those smelting areas, we're just going to be able to break down a whole bunch of things. Because what we're trying to do is we take the bodies, we melt the bodies down, turn them into chem fuel, and then that drops all of their clothing, all of their armor, and then we take those and then we just break them down in our little smithy section, which is going to give us a decent amount of supplies. Not a crazy amount, but a decent amount. So we've got a Sad Wonder on Cornetto. Final straw, her lover Owen died, even though she's got another lover, but details. Takeo. Recreation unfulfilled. Right. What have I got for recreation for them? Turns out not a massive amount. Okay, so we arrived at the ARC headquarters. Let's trade. You can have my huskies. Doesn't look like they want the ground runner. You can have the royal insect jelly. Turns out we did have mechanoid components on us. Okay. We won't sell those because they are going to be worth way more to us than what we're going to sell them for. We took all the Glitterworld medicine with us, which is fine, I guess. Health dispensers. That's cool. We don't need any of this stuff. Get rid of our weapons. UAC plasma rifle, 11, 5, no. Sell the crucible carbine, sell the frag grenades. Okay, we can get some Wildcat helmets, they're not too expensive. Decent protection. Good shooting accuracy, good learning. Makes you pretty much immune to toxins and mental break. So yeah, they are actually not too bad. See if we can get any armour is what we really need at the moment. Then they got the skin suit. Doesn't offer much in the way of armour, but does make you work considerably faster and gives you more movement speed, which again would also be pretty awesome. Okay, they got the Masterwork shotguns. Damage 22, stopping power 3.5. Poor armour penetration. 100% accuracy. Acceptable cooldown, and the warm-up is decent as well. Okay, so we are going to pick up 2 more security helmets. They're selling for just shy of 700, which is pretty decent for us. And then we're going to get the guys and then run them across to the next UAC outpost. Actually, probably just swing these guys back to base because we've already sold off a bunch of stuff, and then hopefully be able to pick up some more chem fuel. And we'll drop the helmets off, and then that's 2 more guys that have helmets, so less likely to get slotted in the head. We're still unhappy about people being nude at the moment. And next time I think we're going to take a bunch of the hill route with us. As we do have more people, we are going to expand the growing zones just because we need more stuff coming in. We'll go rice plants, and then I think we are going to go and start producing a bunch more. I think narcotics at the moment, because we're going to be able to sell them. I'll make sure the guys don't take them because we don't want any more overdoses. But these can be, well, turned into other stuff and sold, and we can make a bunch of money off them, which is going to be good. We do have the plague wombat, has it purple, Peter, Takeo, which isn't good, but we do have 2 of these, so if anyone gets really bad, we should be able to solve the plague with that. But all points considered, we do have Glitterworld medicine and decent medicine here, so the tending quality seems to be pretty decent. And the other guys will come back soon, which will make... Oh, we got a caravan from the security force is approaching. Cool. Hopefully we can just dump a bunch of stuff onto them to get a bunch more money. Pristine ruins has been found nearby. Going to need to find someone that can heal Takeo, so if we go into work, who can doctor that's left? Okay, everyone that is here sucks at medical. Bit of an oversight here. We'll put Takeo as 1. Not that he's a great doctor, but he is able to doctor. And then, what was that? That was Wombat. Wombat has 0. Cornetto has 3 as well. So, in the meantime, we'll have Cornetto dealing with Takeo. And that hopefully will keep them alive until the other guys come back who are better at medicine. And let's have a look. She's not affected by it. Let's see your immunity. Plague is 32% versus 27 immunity, which isn't a good sign. 32 versus 27, so that is good though. And the other guys, seeing as it is daytime now, they should be arriving pretty soon. We'll wait until our squad comes back, because that squad that we sent off, they have a bunch of implants that make them really good at trading. That's why we're getting some like super good deals. And we got a party coming in. Peter's in a bit of a bad mood. Disturbed sleep, underground or outdoors, slept in the cold, chilly, transhumanist, frustrated, sick, unsightly environment, naked, observed rotten corpse, insulted, serious pain. Woo. Jeez. That's a lot going on. Cool. Alright, we can sell them some spuds, we can sell them some berries. We can shift pretty much all of the chem fuel. We want the components. We'll sell them 100 of the herbal medicine. They don't really have too much of the other stuff that we want. Mechanoid power cell would be awesome. And now let's just get rid of all of this rubbish equipment whilst we have the chance. Saves us breaking it down, which will save time, and I'd rather have the monies right now. And looks like we are pretty much capped them out for all of the money that they have. Do they have anything that we want? No, but we will take the telescope, so I guess they kind of do. And I think what we will do is we'll just send one person across who has the lowest medical. Vincent, medical of 8, Flo, medical of 10, Squint, medical of 9. So we'll send Vincent by himself with the rest of the money, and then he's going to go to the second UAC outpost. Right, looks like we're sending Flo. She can carry the most stuff. Take all of that silver, and we'll top her up with as much chem fuel as she can take. Or not, I think I might have sold it. Fair is fair is fair. Send, so that's 6,000. Which is good. That 6,000 should be able to get us another like 2 suits of armor maybe. And hopefully a gun and maybe a mech resurrector serum. But we also have a psychic insanity pulse, which will need to be dealt with pretty soon before our guys snap and start killing each other, which wouldn't be much fun. Be entertaining, but not quite what we are after. That would cause us a few more problems. Once we've got those rooms set up, we're going to put some beds in, going to put some wall lights in, keep people happy. We're going to have to put some more power in as well. And then just reinforce our power grid a little bit there. And just here. Sweet. Cornetto should be able to like burn through all of this super quick. And if we can get any more armor sets, that means once we go off, we can just start buying up the skin suits. With the skin suits, our guys are going to be working super quick. Raid imminent, the Void. Amazing. Right, cool. This is, Void's a bit of a tough cookie. If we can disengage, hide behind the security force, we might stand a chance. And Void, with the kit that he's got, probably will be able to like one-shot some of those mufflos, and then we can loot them, which would be awesome. But if they land in the wrong place, we're dead. Sweet, we'll figure it out in a sec. See, the thing about Void is he's really, really interesting in the sense that if you don't corner him into a fight and he just drops in, then all they do is they just go around and they loot a couple things. So if we just get Cornetto to pick up all of those health dispensers, and then we get Churro to pick up all the health dispensers as well, and take Takeo to pick the other one up, Squint to pick up all of the mechanoid components, then Vincent to pick up those components, and we shouldn't be in too much of an issue. And Purple can have the chain gun, well, the plasma gun, and whilst you're at it, can you pick those up? Cool. And we might want the Glitterworld medicine. So he's going to come in, probably by drop pod, and then just go in and just try to loot a bunch of stuff. If we get him cornered, he will fight and we will die. We got virtually no chance of taking them down because they drop in with like some massive monsters, and then the guys come in with crazy shields, and oh no, security force is leaving. So I think, depending on where the attack comes, we might just have to go and run and hide in here. Then if they start breaking through, coming towards us, we'll have to deconstruct these 2 walls, and then we just run. Okay, Opossum has joined, which might be a very short colonist playthrough. Which actually, that being said, now that we're getting quite a few colonists, and there is a lot of them, if you guys want to name them, which I would like if you did, just drop it down in the comment section below. So you can either name one of the guys that we've got, or you can name a new recruit when they come in. Unfortunately, we can't tinker with the stats so much, but if you know what the stats are and you like the colonists, all you need to say is you just want them doing so and so, and you want their name to be this. And then if you know about the UAC mod, you can say what equipment setup you want, and that is more than fair, and I'm happy to do that. I think that'd be good fun. Add a little bit of investment in for you guys, because your colonist is probably going to die because I'm looking after them, but I'll make sure they have a good run before they go. That sounded way cooler in my head, but yeah, they're probably going to die. But details, that is Kenshi. This ain't Kenshi, this is Rimworld. Too used to saying that in Kenshi because I just lose all of my characters in that game. Okay, the chain gun. 90 damage. What? Stopping power of 5. 30 shots in a burst count. Range 31. Not great accuracy. It's got a long cooldown. How much are you? 3,000. Yeah, that's not going to be worth getting right now. We can get some more helmets. Can we get any armor though? Okay, so we can get some more helmets, which would be good. I think we need like 2 more helmets, if I'm not mistaken. 4 more helmets. And then what we could do is we get a whole load of the skin suits, because those skin suits are going to make people like move super quick, work super hard, and obviously with that we can get more stuff out, and with more stuff, well, we can do more stuff. Funny that. Okay, they do have marine armor here. Okay, we're going to get 2 Devil Strand suits and 1 Synth Thread. That takes us up to 2 free. 2 more helmets, and then 1 marine armor. Unfortunately, oh, they do have the heavy rifle. Okay, I take that heavy rifle over one of the suits. Okay, and we can afford that, that's good. Those heavy rifles are nuts. So they're like the cannon, but they have a way quicker cooldown, and they have a larger burst shot count. So all in all, absolutely incredible. Just melt mechanoids and anything. If we can get, say, 7 or 8 of those, then when the void drops in, we'd just be able to blast them apart. Obviously that's not going to happen this time, but if it did. No Resurrector Mech Serum, and I'm happy with what we got. Cool. We'll send you back to base. Okay. Void has dropped right on top of us, and they're going to use sappers to tunnel around. Do we know where they've dropped? Okay, in the top there. And in the interest of survival, we are all just going to own it and hide in that room. So we got like some big Wraith over here. He has a Ghost Rifle, which I imagine is going to be actually mental. 80 damage a shot, range 45, 100% accuracy on medium and long. Yeah, that's not a thing. It does have a long cooldown though, but that's enough to one-shot pretty much any of our guys. Dusk Mag, 80 damage, burst shot of 8, armor penetration 82%. And then this guy seems to have an amputator. I bet it lives up to the name. 46.56 melee damage per second with 45% armor penetration. Okay, they're going after Takeo. But if we can get into here, maybe make some like crooked gun line, and maybe we can just put enough firepower down to discourage them. Okay, they're going to go and try to steal Takeo. I didn't realise it's still on 3 times speed. I've only got 1 heavy cannon left. Well, we got 1 there. So that's Peter gone. And there's Takeo. We were not going to be able to get Takeo back. Maybe we can hold long enough. I think we're going to have to move to this side. Takeo kidnapped. We're not going to be able to get Takeo back. And a possum is just chilling over there somewhere. Where's Peter? Pete's been kidnapped as well. But yeah, man, we were shooting that wraith with pretty much everything we had and nothing happened. Okay, what did we lose? Losing Takeo a little bit annoying. Takeo was decent. We didn't lose any heavy weapons, but we did lose like one set of armour. Opossum's good at shooting, so he can have the UAC heavy cannon. Vincent is pretty banged up and is bleeding out in 3 hours. Do we have anyone that can heal him up? Okay, that's what Squint's on. Oh yeah, and when Void comes in as well, Void cuts off all of your power just to be fun. So we lost Peter, we lost Takeo, we lost one suit of armour. That could have gone worse. That could have gone a lot worse. Like, Void is just insane. We literally had everything shooting that wraith, and we only took its health down by 20%. We did manage to take this guy out, but we can't really do too much with that. But this is a look at all of his bionics: Pain Stopper, Genius Implant, Destruction Implants, Violence Implant, Voidtech Half Cylinder, Impromptu Implant, Voidtech Nose, Voidtech Ear, Architect Eyes, Deacidifier. Yeah, you get the idea. They're basically bionic, and their armor is wicked as well. Move on. So, lost 2 colonists, gained 1 colonist, lost 1 suit of armour, but gained like 3 more suits of armour. Yeah, I'll take that. That's not the worst that we could have had. Purple is out. Well, on a sad wander. I think that's fair. Anyone else need healing? Churro, why aren't you in bed? We'll get Squint to heal Churro up. We got Wanderer joined, which is Kathy, Careful Shooter, Misandrist, and Energetic. And can't do anything that we need her to do. So see you later, mate. Okay, the caravan has arrived back. And what we do want is we want Steinberg in one of those, because he's doing a lot of gardening. And Cornetto on crafting. Having her in a suit's going to be amazing, because she is just going to be able to tear through everything. Opossum, what can you do? Your construction and mining, you don't need one. Wombat, we'll give you one just because you're going to be running around doing lots of different jobs. Can't seem to see the other one. Someone else must have picked it up. Not a massive deal. Cornetto's got a cannon. Opossum's got a cannon. Wombat, you can have this one. Churro, you can have that one. That just leaves Purple and Steinberg without a decent weapon. And then we'll reinstall the telescope, or just install it to start with. Installing that telescope should help increase moods a bit, which will be good, because obviously we need their recreation fulfilled. We go here, and apparel. Okay, no tainted, cool. Move across. Oh, what? There's just 37 components laying on the ground out there, which is something that we want. Psychic, Emanatus, Soothe, and we should be able to go after that one shortly. Actually, I probably can just send Flo by herself. She'll be able to deal with that. Okay, Flo's on the way. That'll be dealt with nice and shortly, so we don't need to worry about too many mental breaks. Power will be back on in the next day or so. And then I reckon we take that Psychic Soothe and we kind of like drop it somewhere around here. Mad Rayhound. Fantastic, it's on Manhunter. Change everything to attack. On site, so once it eventually comes in, it's just going to be blasted to bits. Or unless Cornetto tries to fight it. Amazing. Take these 3 gun line. Churro's going to have a little shot. Squints come in. Coolios. Now everyone back to doing what you're doing. No, she's only got bruises. And still can't do anything because power's off. Man, Void is so annoying for so many reasons. Tough as nails, and then just wipes out all of your power so you can't do anything afterwards. We'll allow everything. And then we can rebuild. Trying to build the walls thick enough to stop Void getting in or out. Yeah, it isn't super useful. Void can just absolutely tear through your walls. Like the melee on those guys is mental. And the attack damage they can kick out as well. We just got some bed bugs. They've been driven insane by this thing here. The psychic wave emitter. So a little bit of kiting and we're going to be able to pick these bad boys apart. We'll speed this up a little bit because this is taking a while. Psychic pulse we know about. That is unfortunate timing. Okay, cool. Messages. Imminent raid. Tactical Unit Delta will raid you within the upcoming 12 hours. They will prepare for a while, then attack. Prepare a defense or attack them preemptively. Cool. Not really what I want whilst I'm over here fighting these guys. Okay, cool. We'll go here. Blast this to bits. Anything else around here that we want? We got some wood. We got a wooden hand tailor bench. A cooler. Might be worth breaking down. Right, that's a whole bunch of nice stuff. If I claim, deconstruct, flow, deconstruct. Cool. Bunch more components and metal. Reform caravan back to base as quickly as you can, sweetheart. Components, advanced components. The psychic emitter. I want the plasteel, but I need her to be able to move quick because she needs to be able to get back and be in somewhat of a defensive position before the next raid shows up. So we'll only take like 2 of those and carry on. Power's still down at main base, so this is when it can get like a little bit more challenging. Because once you have like the likes of Void that can come in and wipe your power out, and we've already got like the next wave coming in straight behind. And sometimes what happens is you'll just get like chain raid by Void. So just be Void, like Void after Void after Void. So then you have like 2 weeks in game where you've got no power. So unless you've got like a stockpile of stuff, yeah, you can see how that can turn into a trouble pretty quick. But still kind of surprised how quick that raid came in after, which, yeah, is not leaving us in a nice situation at all. We've got plenty of power going in, but we just can't use any of it. Okay, caravan's back. Gary's running around. Let's see if he's got anything good for us. We can sell him some herbal medicine. He's not having our advanced components. We'll get rid of the yayo, the go juice. Need those. You can have our red wine, you can have the wooden clubs. And then just a bunch of the other rubbishy kit that we don't want. Cool, and then we'll just make the rest up with herbal medicines. Done. That'll do for now. That's an extra 1,000 and we just cleared our base up, which is good. Major break risks. Fun stuff. We'll take the psychic soothe. We'll put it over here. Just keep a few more people happy. And then when another one shows up, we'll take that and put it down somewhere else as well. We got Churro on a sad wander. Last draw was minor pain. Until we can get the guys in armour, we're not going to use those health dispensers to like cure their scars, because they'll just get new scars. So once we can get it sorted, and then it's good because they're not going to get more scars, then healing them up will make sense. Tactical Unit Delta. Right, got to be careful because they've got satchel charges. That's an EMP discharger, not a problem. Plasma bomb. Portable plasma reactor converted to suicide bombing. Right, we're going to have to blow him apart before he even gets close. Maybe fighting them out in the open might be a good idea. I've got one guy that might be a problem for us in riot gear, which is decent enough kit and then has a bunch of other nice stuff. So I reckon we try to finish this off before we run into too many issues. I think we'll take Squint, Flo and Vincent. We're going to run them up and see if we can just pick a few of them apart in the meantime. Anyone that goes on the outside, there's more of these we can take down. Right now it's going to make it a little bit easier for us. Because what we don't want is we don't want those suicide bombers running in and like tearing us apart. The other guys go into draft, get into some sort of defensive line so we can actually shoot some stuff when they're coming in and start pulling back, and we'll just kite them apart because they've only got short range weapons or they're like suicide bombers at the moment, which are not things that we want to be fighting. There's a nice amount of gold, some medicine. A bunch of this stuff's going to break down into like really good components. Yeah, well, this is quite useful for us, that is. Yeah, some nice things coming in. As long as we can take them out before they mess us up. If they're in a situation where they can like get those bombs off, we're pretty much dead, but it doesn't look like they're going to get there. We have just managed to like take most of them down before this. And a bunch of shield belts coming in as well. Like shield belts we can sell off. You won't get a massive amount for them, but you get a decent amount. And that's done. You guys come off there. We held this one pretty happily. Let's see if there's anyone worth taking. Quick sleeper, cold tolerant, misandrous coordinated. Nope. Undergrounder, psychopath, inefficient, hardy and ugly. Psychopath is good though. Transhumanist, nearsighted, fragile and optimist. Nope. Maxwell, what are you up to? Undergrounder, quick sleeper, body purist, jealous, kind, sanguine. Nope. Physically dull, tough, nudist. No. Sten, nearsighted, inefficient. That's a no from me as well. We might actually go for him. Even though we have a lot of women in the colony, we might be able to get rid of the misogynist trait in the not too distant future. And we also need crafters at the moment. That is going to be a big bottleneck for us. So we're going to capture him whilst we have the chance. Jumper, chronically ill and cannibal. No. Undergrounder, psychopath, inefficient, hardy and ugly. Nope. Nope. Cool. And looks like everything else, we're just going to go and allow all items. We checked Kai, didn't we? Yep. So we're going to have a bunch more weapons. And Cornetto does have her, Synthred UAC skin suit, so in a nice situation there. Okay, so with that raid done, so we've been attacked by Void, we've been attacked by them. We managed to hold, we've lost 2 colonists, we've gained a colonist, we've got some armour, we lost some armour, and we've got a bunch more weapons. I think that is a good place to round off the episode, so I'll catch you guys on the next one.